Aren't you all glad that aren't you all glad that projects like Saitama can have a mind of its own? Aren't you all glad that crypto can have a mind of its own? All right, that projects like Saitama can continue to move in a positive direction, regardless of the FUD. Okay, it says that uh, crypto projects and crypto as a whole just don't care about what the critics have to say. Sometimes we don't even need to step in. Sometimes the supporters don't even need to step in and protect the project because the project has a mind of its own. These projects can move on their own. Okay, and it's what I've seen. I've seen this for some years now. I've been investing for 8 years. This is what I've seen. And one of the prime examples is Doge. Okay, one of the prime examples. Now, I know that some may say that, well, Doge, it had celebrity hype. But look, I remember that project before the celebrity hype, before any celebrities even thought about crypto, more or less Doge. Okay, and, that project also moved, and this is a project back then, some years back, we're talking about a project without utility. We're talking about a project without celebrity hype. There wasn't even known. We're talking about a project that came out in a hard-nosed, no-nonsense era. Okay, a project that was not popular by the hard-nosed, no-nonsense investors. And what I've seen as months chipped away and as years chipped away was this project move on its own. It did not care. All right, and that's how a lot of crypto projects are that has at least an ounce of potential. We're talking about Doge that did not have any kind of utility. All right, so when you think about Saitama, where Saitama is at, and the level that they're doing things on, as far as trying to change the way crypto is done, bringing out unconventional utility and all of that stuff, solving problems that a lot of these main cryptos, such as or main projects such as the swaps, the cliche swaps, they can't solve. They're solving problems that a lot of the cliche swaps cannot solve. Okay, and that right there is major potential, and that's not even the beginning. That right there is major potential. So projects like Doge, right, who had less potential, can move on its own through the years. All right, just move on its own, not care about the criticism, not care about the FUD. Where do you think projects like Saitama will be? All right, and not only just any project. We're talking about a project. We're talking about developers that are putting in work. We're talking about developers that are putting action to work. Okay, they're doing more than just talking. They're putting in action. And you have some individuals who say, well, the developers are not getting it done. Those are just individuals that do not see the big picture. All right, because the thing is this. Whenever these developers do anything positive, all right, you just do not see the critics mention it. You do not see the critics mention it. All right, one of the bigger successes, I don't know if y'all know that, but we had a recent success. Okay, a fast track success. One of those successes was the do-it-yourself. It was the do-it-yourself migration tool. All right, now this migration tool was built fast. It was built fast. In fact, when Russ mentioned it, right? When Russ mentioned that they were building that tool, and remember, y'all, always got to point this out. Like I told y'all, it's not like I'm psychic or nothing, but I already told y'all that the developers was probably going to be working on something like that before it was mentioned like 2 AMAs ago. I've been told y'all that. But anyway, not only did Russ mention it, but I thought that even Russ mentioned this, that tool was going to take a while to get done. All right, he mentioned it was going to take a while to get done, only for it to come out before only for it to come out this soon, right after, right before this month is over with. Do y'all understand how amazing that is? Do y'all understand how insane that is? And the Saitama team, right, they have this way of doing things like that. I don't know how they do it, but they have the way. I don't know, maybe the 300 man and woman team that they just hired worked on that. Maybe they had a lot of hands on that, working on that, because that came out super fast. Maybe Russ, right, did something like, he presented this project. Now, I don't know who built it, but I'm guessing if they hired some manpower and man and woman power like they have, I'm guessing multiple individuals worked on that. All right. And the thing is, it got done fast. I don't even know if he expected it to get fast. Maybe it was just a situation where they came up with a plan, or maybe it was a situation where they came up with an idea because the investors were kind of critical and the investors were kind of impatient. And maybe Russ and, some other developers threw an idea out to the team saying, hey, why don't we just build a tool, right, that would kind of allow the investors to do it themselves? Why don't we just build a tool that will allow the investors to, migrate themselves and do their own V2 tokens, whatever it may be, migrate everything over on their own. They can pay their small little fees, which will be $5 to $7. Okay. And that would kind of get rid of some of the criticism. Okay. And maybe he pitched it out like that. And maybe the team said, hey, we'll work on it, see what we can come up with. And maybe you had a whole bunch of hands on that project, and it got done really quick. All right, it was insane. And right now, of course, it is shut down for maintenance because they have to work out some bugs. But the fact that this team was able to bring that project out so fast, and the fact that you already had investors use it and migrate themselves, without any of the bugs that is going on with the project affecting their investment is insane. All right, and the fact that the developers were able to shut it down for maintenance to fix the bugs, okay, without any investments being compromised. All right, they didn't shut it down because the investors, their investment, they lost like investments and stuff like that. They shut it down because they thought they were doing like a courteous to the investors. All right, that means when it opens back up, investors are not going to have any problems, okay, using this tool to continue their self-migration, do-it-yourself migrations. That's insane. Things like that do not get pointed out. It takes someone like me to make a video like this and go deep in depth of the amazingness of this development team. All right, and look, this is going to become a trend. It's going to become a trend because they have the man and woman power for it. They have the man and woman power for it. 300 individual team. All right, I'm gonna tell you how easy it's going to be. It's going to be to a point where all the main developers are going to have to do is just come up with an idea. Come up with the idea, pitch it to the team, pitch it to that 300 individual team, okay, and they're going to go to work just like army ants and try to get it done. All right, you have to understand how easy that's easy street right there. That is easy street. There are not a lot of cryptos and a lot of developers out here who have it that easy. They got to figure out how to do it on their own. Some of them got to figure out how to come up with the funds to hire individuals to outsource how to do it. Do you understand that team that the Saitama developers hire is everything? That's everything. All they're going to have to do is come up with an idea. Or you could be sitting down at the kitchen table and say, oh, I got an idea for a catalyst. Call up the team, pitch it to them. Get all of those creative minds working together. All of them are going to work together. They're going to put it together. They're going to be working on that project like a pile of army ants. They're going to be putting in work. Okay, and it's going to get done quick. I want y'all to understand the power that this project right now is carrying. All right, and that this project has utility and it's going to continue to move. All right, so like I said, if Doge can move on its own through all the adversity and criticism that it has endured, coming out in one of the toughest crypto. Y'all think this crypto era is tough? This crypto era is nothing compared to 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago. Picture a meme, the first ever meme coin coming out in a hard-nosed, no-nonsense era. Picture that. It's no comparison. And y'all think not even the FUD put together for one aimed at one crypto project today, can outdo, the seriousness and the criticism back then. And that was not really FUD. A lot of the investors back then, like I said, they were hard-nosed, no nonsense. They took investing serious. Okay, they didn't take too kind to meme projects coming out. Okay, and the thing is, they had the right to feel that way, because at the same time, you're still not getting as much value today in the meme era as you would have gotten into like these bigger cryptos, these non-meme cryptos. They had a right to. That's the era. Okay, so I wanted to make this video, and like I said, there is no FUD big enough to bring down this project right now, because this project has potential. All right, it has potential, and the thing is this: as long as they got potential on their side, and they have a nice crew working together to better the project, okay, there is no criticism, okay, or FUD strong enough to bring this project down. All right, you got a lot of individuals running away from projects because individuals are FUDing it. But the thing is, hey, imagine where those projects are going to be in 3 to 5 years. All right, and imagine where these individuals who are running away, basing everything off of criticism, imagine how their financial lives, imagine where they're going to be sitting at in 5 years. They're going to be sitting in the same place that they're sitting in today. Nothing is going to change. All right, but I wanted to make this video, and remember, y'all, every now will be history tomorrow, and y'all either have patience in this crypto investing space or lose in the end. You don't want to be no losers. This is my video, and I will catch y'all on the up and up. Howdy.